Hello, I hope you can hear this. It is very windy here and we are getting tornado warnings and it's a little bit sprinkling, but I want to see how much we can get done. I've got my parents' chickens here with me and I've got some treats for them. So we'll see if they can entertain you in the back, and hopefully you guys can hear me. That's my biggest concern, is that you can hear me. And also I don't have a mirror, so I hope my hair is okay. I don't know. It's a bit crazy. It's a bit crazy. But I created a book tag, and it is going to be called the Great Outdoors Book Tag. I've created 20, well I haven't created, I've just compiled 20 questions that were fun for me to go through and answer. Hopefully we can get this done before the storm begins. And my friends, the chickens, are here to join us. Question number 1 is, what was the last book you read outside? And that would be The Sword of Truth by Gilbert Morris. I had started buddy reading this one with Bethany over at Bethany Brings Books, but I was a terrible buddy reader. I'm so sorry, Bethany. She went ahead and finished, which is great. I still have to finish. So that is the last one I brought out. And I was actually here yesterday, was it, I think? Because I'm watching the chickens for the week. And I actually brought the book here. Hi! Hi, guys! I'm trying to make friends with them. They're not terribly friendly with me, so. Hi! See? Look at that! Good job! Oh, now we have the sun on us. Okay, so I might have to scooch over. Hopefully this works out, guys. This is such a mess. Okay, back to the tag. Question number 2. Show us a book cover of a beautiful nature landscape. I actually kind of struggled to find one that I really thought was beautiful. So I went with Hind's Feet on High Places, this particular cover edition. Hi guys! I think this one's really pretty, just pretty. Like there's nothing unique about it other than the deer on the cover, but I like this one. Carrying on. Question number 3, name a book you love that has a strong nature element. And I knew that The Hobbit would fit in with the outdoors book tag, but I just had to fit the right question for it, and this is the one I chose for it because has a strong nature element. Yeah, because I mean the journey largely takes place outside. They stop in at like Rivendell and Beorn's house and different things like that, but largely it's outside. Yeah, so I went with that one. Number 4. Think of a book you like where some part of nature is a character. Either the part of nature, like a tree, is personified, or it talks, or something like that. And I'm actually going to go with Animal Farm because it is a allegory storytelling style where all of the animals talk, actually. So, yeah, we're going to go with Animal Farm by George Orwell. Let me know if you've read that one. Question number 5, your favorite outdoor reading spot would probably have to be my hammock in our backyard shire at my house. I really like that. The other day I did read in my parents' hot tub and I did find that very relaxing as well, but I don't have access to the hot tub every day whenever I want, so I would probably say the hammock. Question number 6, a book with a nature word in the title. And I'm going to go with Firestorm by Nancy Mell. Because it has 2 nature words in the title, and I thought that was pretty fitting. Plus I like Nancy Mell's storytelling usually. Question number 7, a book that actually taught you something about nature or animals. This one I really struggled with, you guys. I'm not sure. Like, maybe Assassin's Apprentice, because they talk a little bit about like the herbs and how to use them for like different ailments and things. So possibly Assassin's Apprentice. I was trying to think of fiction stories. When you answer this, you can go for a nonfiction if you would like. And if I was going to go with a nonfiction, I would say The Body by Bill Bryson. The Body by Bill Bryson. That one I learned a lot about the human body. So, question number 8, a book of survival in nature. I really love stories of surviving in nature. And if you guys have any recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. But make sure that they're not getting into trouble. The book that I landed on is Island of the Blue Dolphins, which I read as a kid and then I reread as an adult, and I actually quite liked it. So it's a little girl who has to survive on an island by herself. But yes, let me know of any more nature survival stories, fiction. I really love that setting for storytelling. Question 9. Do you have any nature-themed bookmarks? And yes, I do. I tried to make sure that the chickens didn't get at this because my sister crochets and she's wonderfully talented at it. And she crocheted me this beautiful little bookmark. It's got a little sunflower, it's got the green stem, and then at the bottom it's got a little tassel. And this is just so cute, and I felt like it fit the summery theme. So technically it's a nature theme bookmark, and this one is because it's a flower, but it's also summery, so fits. Number 10, a book that reminds you of each of the 4 seasons. So for spring, I chose The Princess by Lori Wick. I feel like The Princess by Lori Wick just has a lot of like new beginning in it, and I also tried to go off of just vibe, and so I thought The Princess did give off a very springtime vibe, and then with the new beginnings themes, it all worked out. There. Lots here. Yeah. So for summer, I went with the Restoration series. I believe that the story takes place in summer because it's about a global, I don't know if it's global. It's definitely the United States. I don't even know if it's like North America or just the United States, but it's about a blackout, a nationwide or worldwide blackout, and it does take place in summertime. Also, I read this book series in summertime, and then coincidentally I ended up watching this TV series, Revolution? You'll see it here. I watched that TV series at the same time that I was reading this book series, coincidentally, not planned at all, and they're very much similar themes, and that was all in summertime. For fall, I would say Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I don't know why this one gives me fall vibes. It does. Maybe it's the themes. The themes are quite darkish, so I don't know. It's dystopian. Yeah, I like the Scythe trilogy, but it does kind of make me feel like fall. The next one, winter. I'm gonna go with The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle because I read that every November, and I know technically November is fall, but where I live, it's probably already snowing in November, and that just feels like winter to me, so Evelyn Hardcastle feels like winter to me. Number 11, your favorite outdoor activity. I love snorkeling. So if I could choose, it would be snorkeling in a very warm ocean. Lovely. Oh, lovely. But because I don't live anywhere near the ocean, if I'm trying to pick something a little bit more realistic, I would probably say hiking in the mountains. The mountains are about only like, I don't know, 8 hours away. Or if you're going really local, we don't really have a ton of good hiking where I live, but swimming at the lake, I guess. Number 12, the wind is picking up. I want to finish this, guys. Number 12, could you live completely off the grid? I do believe I could live off the grid, but I don't think I could live off the grid forever. I think I could go a decent amount of time, like a year, but I for sure don't think I could do forever. Number 13, a book set largely in the desert, ocean, jungle, air, and mountains. So for desert, I'm choosing Dune because it's a very desert, sandy planet that they are on. For ocean, I'm choosing Moby Dick because basically the entire book takes place on a ship on the ocean chasing a whale. For jungle, I would say Not Exactly Eden by Linda Windsor because this one follows basically our three main characters as two of them are doctors in the jungle. For air, I would say The Light Princess by George MacDonald. I had a tricky time with this one because you could either go like airplanes or like hot air balloons. Ooh, I could have done Around the World in 80 Days. That would have been a good one too, but yeah, some kind of air element. But I went with The Light Princess because in The Light Princess, the princess can't control her floating. So like she doesn't follow the laws of gravity necessarily, so she kind of floats. And the mountains, I'm going with the Diamond of the Rockies trilogy by Kristen Heitzman. I love that trilogy, and I would say more so books 1 and 2 take place in the Colorado Rockies. I think it's the Colorado Rockies. Don't quote me on that, but they do take place in the Rockies. Number 14, list a book where weather is a major element of the story. And I'm also going to pick another dystopian and go with Dry by Neil Shusterman. So 2 Neil Shustermans in here. Dry is about a drought, so that's lack of rain. So I'm calling that weather. Would you call that weather? Number 15, a book with a strong, cold, snowy setting. You can go the Christmas direction. Oh, it's getting windy. Or you can just try and find something that has to do with snow and cold. So I'm going to actually go with Death of a Christmas Tree Salesman because I really, really love that book, you guys. I think it's so underrated. I never hear anybody talking about it, but it's so creative. So I'm going to go with that one. Question number 16, a book with a major wildlife theme. So for this one, I'm choosing The Wild Robot by Peter Brown. It has recently been made into a movie, and the movie was really cute, but the book is also, hi ma'am, you're really eager to get this, eh? Hi guys, come. See if we can get them to, yeah, come. We'll get some. So hop up, hop up, hop up. Can you guys do it? Come. Oh, what was that? I'm trying, guys. Guys, where's number 9? Come. Oh, you dusty girl. Right, The Wild Robot is very, very cute, and I would highly recommend it if you want to read a sweet middle grade. It's very heartwarming. Number 17, what would be your ideal climate to live in? For me, it depends where I live because I love humid heat, but I have to be near an ocean that I could cool off in. Whereas I don't live near the ocean, so I don't know. Humid heat is still probably my answer, but not too hot. Number 18, almost there guys. We've almost made it. Number 18, what season do you read the most in? This question was inspired by Chantel, as Chantel reads all day, because recently she's been saying that summer is her least read season. And I think the season that I read the most in is probably fall. Can't really tell you why. Maybe because I'm busy in summer. I know I'm not very busy in winter, but typically winter we do a lot of like TV show binging. So probably fall. Question 19. What animal do you think best represents these genres? Romance? I would say dog, because I feel like dogs are so happy and fluffy and light, and they are often used as plot devices in rom-coms. So I'm going to go with dog. For horror, the first thing that came to my head was a bat. Don't know why, it just is the way it is. I don't read a lot of horror, so. There's some low rumbles coming. For fantasy, I'd probably say wolf, because I feel like a lot of fantasy stories use wolves in their storytelling. For historical, I would say horse, because I feel like horses were very common back in the day, so it kind of matches up. And for contemporary, I would say cat, because I feel like everyone has a cat these days. I don't know why, but it seems like everyone has a cat. So we're gonna go with that one. And for the last question, what book do you hope to finish before the current season is over? The current season is technically spring. I don't know when this video will come out, but technically it's still spring for another week. So I would like to get the Sword of Truth done this week, I guess. Oh boy, that puts the pressure on. But I would like to get that one done. If not this week, then at least the early summer. But that would be the book I would choose. Now, for you guys who do this tag, this will be the space where you can tag other creators to do the tag as well. And you can always make this into an Instagram post too if you prefer, or like a blog post or whatever. But I'm going to tag Reese, Celestria, Kelly, and because Oshina recently hit her 10,000 subs on her channel, I'm gonna tag Oshina as well. So you guys do this tag, have fun with it, try to film it outside if you can make it work. I hope that this video works, because I really don't want to have to refilm it. But yeah, this was fun. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye!